The world says it's 26, but heaven says we are already deep into another year. And that difference may explain why everything feels so intense right now. The calendar on your wall says 2026. New planners, new goals, new resolutions. But according to the Hebrew calendar, we are already months into the year 5186. And that difference is not random. It is not cultural. It is not cosmetic. It is prophetic. Because while modern society measures time by regulation and rotation, God measures time by revelation. The real question is not, what year is it? The real question is, what season are we standing in right now? This message is not about hype. It is not about predicting dates. It is not about fear. It is about discernment. Because understanding God's timing does not make us anxious. It makes us aligned. And alignment changes everything. Today, we are going to uncover the hidden Hebrew meaning of the year 5786, written in Hebrew letters as Tav, Shin, Pei, Vav. Many Messianic, Jewish scholars and prophetic teachers are calling this the year of the Vav, the year of connection. And that may explain why. Some people are suddenly experiencing breakthrough, while others feel spiritually exhausted, disconnected, and stuck. Stay with us until the end, because this message is not about predicting the future. It is about understanding where we are now and how to position ourselves for what God is releasing in this season. The Bible never tells us to ignore time, but it also never tells us to treat time casually. From the very first chapter of Scripture, time is introduced not as a human invention, but as a divine instrument. Genesis 1:14 says, "Let there be lights in the firmament of the heavens to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons, and for days and years." Notice the order. First, signs, then seasons, then days and years. God did not start with clocks. He started with meaning. The Hebrew word translated as seasons is moedim. Moedim does not mean weather cycles. It means appointed times, fixed moments, divinely scheduled encounters, moments when God chooses to act, to reveal, to judge, to restore, to redeem. Leviticus 23 calls these moedim holy convocations. That word convocation means an assembly God himself calls. In other words, God does not only tell humanity what to do, he tells them when. Ecclesiastes 3:1 says, "To everything there is a season, and a time for every purpose under heaven." This verse is often read at funerals, but it was never meant only to comfort the grieving. It was meant to teach discernment, because not every time is the same, and not every season carries the same assignment. In Scripture, God tracks time with precision. Sabbaths, rhythms of rest and trust. Feasts, rehearsals of redemption. Jubilees, cycles of release and restoration. The Exodus happened at an appointed time. The law was given on a specific day. The Messiah came in the fullness of time. Galatians 4:4 tells us, "When the fullness of time had come, God sent forth his Son." Jesus did not arrive early. He did not arrive late. He arrived on time. God does not improvise. He does not react. He moves according to what he has already written into time itself. This is why the Hebrew calendar matters. Not because believers are under the law, not because observing dates makes anyone righteous, but because the Hebrew calendar preserves something modern calendars do not. God's rhythm. The Gregorian calendar tracks politics and emperors. The Hebrew calendar tracks covenant, creation, and calling. It reminds us that history is not chaotic, that seasons are not accidental, and when God begins to stir something in the earth, he does so on an appointed schedule. In modern culture, numbers are mathematical, but in biblical culture, numbers are theological. In Hebrew thought, a number is never just a number. Every Hebrew letter carries a sound, a picture, a meaning, a numerical value. This is not superstition. It is the structure of the Hebrew language itself. When God chose Hebrew as the language of Scripture, he chose a language where letters and numbers are inseparable. That alone tells us something. God did not only want his word to be read, he wanted it to be revealed. This is why Scripture has layers. Psalm 119 is structured around the 22 Hebrew letters. Matthew organizes Jesus' genealogy into 3 groups of 14, because the numerical value of David's name is 14. God communicates through patterns, not to confuse us, but to invite us deeper. The Hebrew year 5786 is written with 4 letters. Tav, Shin, Peh, Vav. Each letter reveals something about the season. Tav, covenant, completion, truth. Shin, fire, refinement, divine presence. Ba, mouth, breath, expression. Vav, connection, linking heaven and earth. This is why many teachers call this the year of the Vav. A year where connection is everything. Connection with God, connection with truth, connection with calling. In this season, activity without connection leads to exhaustion. Religion without intimacy leads to burnout. But alignment produces fruit. This is why some people are advancing rapidly, while others feel spiritually dry. The difference is not effort, it is alignment. This message is not about fear, it is about awareness. Not every door is meant to be forced. Some doors open only when the season changes. This is a year to listen carefully, to speak intentionally, to reconnect spiritually. God is not asking for more noise. He is asking for alignment, because when heaven and earth connect, movement becomes effortless. The question is not whether God is moving. The question is whether we are positioned to move with Him. Time is not running out, it is unfolding, and those who understand the season will not panic. They will prepare, they will align, they will walk in peace.